Hi YouTube. I am here to do my 8-month sister lock update. So today I went in for my retightening, as you can see. And if you also notice, my hair is drastically shorter. I finally had some of the perm ends cut off. She didn't cut them 100%. She didn't go lock by lock and cut them. She did more of a blunt type cut where you take your hands and you pull them and you stretch them, and then you snip and you kind of look just to make sure you ain't clipping off the end of an actual piece of the lock. So she did it more like that. Yeah, so my hair is a little bit shorter, and I've been trying to get her to cut off them perm ends for months now. And basically she was trying to make sure that if she cut them off, I would have enough hair to braid my hair. And the way the topic actually came up was, I was asking her, how long does it take for people's ends to seal off? And she said typically people's ends will seal off and close within 6 months, some people a year. She said, but generally most people, by the time they hit 2 years, their locks should be completely sealed. And then she said, well, your hair is not going to completely seal because you still have perm ends. And I had, in some spots, maybe 2 to 3 inches of perm ends. She was just like, your hair is not going to seal because your ends are permed. And I was like, well, when can we cut them off? She was like, we can do them whenever you want to do them. I was like, well, let's do them now. So I sound like my kid, he does that. But anyway, so she cut them on off. Obviously, she didn't get 100% of them because she did it as a blunt cut and not as a like 1-by-1 lock type deal. So I actually do have some hair scissors, so I'll probably go through on some of the ones where the lock is longer. If she left a perm in, I'll probably go back and maybe play with it a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit. And probably maybe another couple of months, see if I can go in and have her really do like a really good grooming and get the rest of all the permed and processed hair off. Yeah, this is a big step. It's getting there. And this is gonna be really cute in a couple of days. It's something else that you should remember if you've watched my videos is that when I get my retightenings, the fullness of my locks kind of disappears, and it disappears for like a couple of days, and then the locks poof back up and kind of swell back up. I don't know why. I'm assuming because of the way that she probably pulls it to make sure that the lock is actually consistently uniform or whatever with the tool. So right now my locks look really thin and like you can really see my scalp, but you give me like 2 days, it'll fluff right back up like a nice full old hairdo. So that'd be nice. But yeah, so this is month 8. I finally got some of these perm ends cut off. So just as a typical update, I still do the apple cider vinegar and distilled water. I still basically do, as you can see, I still pretty much have the braid out look. After that slippage from installation of month 1, I personally wash my hair and I leave it braided up when I go to sleep. That way I make sure that when I take down my braids that my hair is honestly dry and I don't have to worry about slippage because I know for sure it's 100% dry. So that's it. I can say it will actually be easy to wrap up my hair because I was starting to have a lot of hair, which is really a good thing, but I was actually having to pull my hair back into a ponytail before I put on my satin rag, and then I would have to tuck the hair into the satin rag, like to put on. I have a shower cap and then I have a bonnet that I stick on my head at night. But yeah, so I was having to do like a lot of extra stuff, like putting it in ponytails in order to get it on. So now I don't have to for a while, at least for a few more months. I won't have to probably do all of that. But I wanted to give you all a quick 8-month update, and y'all, can you believe it's actually been 8 months already? We will be at a year before you know it. November is around the corner because I mean it's July. August will be here in what, 2-3 weeks? So yeah, November, it's coming. I don't think, look, funny thing was, I actually thought I was going to be like majority locked at a year. Now, because of these daggum ends, probably not. I'll probably be more a little bit over a year. That's okay. I think for the most part, once we get the rest of these, like this is another one that's a good one. I can go in and cut just a little bit, probably from here on down to probably about an inch or so. But yeah, once we get all of these perm ends cut off, I can actually start getting some buds, and because I can say I got some pretty good action jackson moving on up in these locks. You can really see the movement. To me, they look really rough. Um, if you want to know more about the lock stages, I would suggest looking up. Her name is Melissa Blake. She is out of the UK, and I believe her lock shop is called like M&H because there's two of them, and her name is Melissa. I don't know who the H person is, but she has videos called Stages of Locks. She talks about the baby stage, the teenage stage, the adult stage, and the maturing stage. And the adult stage is actually the longest. Believe it or not, the teenage stage, which is the stage that I'm in, is not technically the longest. I think after you get your locks installed is typically when it takes the longest for them to hit. Well, after they lock at the end, after the ends they close, like they'll be real full, and then like they'll condense and drop more like free flowing hair versus like an afro type deal. But if you notice, I don't have thick hair. Never had thick hair. So if you're somebody whose hair is thin, this is what you're gonna get. It's not bad. Like I said, a few days it'll actually fluff up, so I think it's gonna be really cute nowadays. And it's getting hot outside in Kansas City. They talking like 90s tomorrow, so it's gonna be nice. But yeah, that is month 8 of my sister lock journey. So I will hit y'all up in the month of August for month 9. We're almost to a year, people. Like, subscribe, and if you are a new subscriber, thanks for subscribing. Stay tuned.